Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFurgy. There are a lot of video games out there that push the boundaries of what's acceptable. While it's true that our definition of acceptable has changed somewhat in recent years, there are still a number of games that continue to be banned in certain countries. So, grab your pitchfork, it's time for the top 10 banned video games. Dishonorable mention goes to a game that rhymes with Cape Day. I'm not going to talk about it, but I feel like people would rag on me if I didn't mention it. But I don't want to advertise it by talking about it. If you know the game, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, good. Now, on with the list. Number 10. EA Sports MMA. This one is really strange. With all these games being banned for extreme violence, sexual content, cultural insensitivity, and drug use, it seems that an MMA game would be banned for its violence, if anything. But that's not the case. EA Sports MMA was actually banned in Denmark, not for the blood or the punching or the choking, but for the energy drinks. Which I suppose is technically drug use, but still. Before a fight in the game, there would be an advertisement for an energy drink, which it turns out is illegal in Denmark. So rather than remove the ad, they just said, screw it, let it be banned, we make more money from the ad anyway. Fair enough, I guess. Number 9. Command & Conquer Generals. Command & Conquer Generals sparked a great deal of controversy in China and ended up being banned. Why? Well, because the game involved bombing China, dropping a nuke on Beijing, and destroying a bunch of Chinese landmarks. I'm not a fan of banning games, but even I must admit it was pretty insensitive, especially considering the West Pass of bombing the East. Do I think it should have been banned? Not really, but apparently even the people who got it illegally weren't fans of it, so maybe it was for the best. Number 8. The Pokemon trading card game. Yep, even games as innocuous as Pokemon cards can draw the attention of the government, and this one for a pretty ridiculous reason. It was banned in Saudi Arabia, largely due to the influence of the Ulema, the religious establishment that has a great deal of governmental power. They claimed that the icon for the colorless energy looked too much like the Star of David, which is a symbol of Zionism. Good job, crisis averted. Clearly Pikachu was an undercover Israeli soldier. Number 7. Fallout 3. Those involved in censorship in Australia weren't fans of the drug use in Fallout 3 and refused to classify the game when it first came to their attention. This may seem strange to you. Why would they have a problem with things like Med-X and Jet? Well, they didn't always have such innocent names. Originally they were real drugs. Med-X was morphine and Jet was cocaine, so you can understand why the censors would be concerned about the game advocating drug use. Thankfully, after the name change, Australia was cool with it. Number 6. Mass Effect. Mass Effect was banned in Singapore because two women kiss, and that is obviously totally unacceptable. As you may know, sex is definitely a part of Mass Effect, and when playing as a female character, you're given the opportunity to have relations with another female. The funny thing is, they didn't have a problem with a human sleeping with an alien, but two women? Oh, get out of here. Now, to their credit, this came at a time when Singapore didn't really have a game rating system, and they eventually unbanned it and classified it under the film guidelines, making it M18. So it wasn't banned for too long. Number 5. The Witcher 2. Back with another story from Australia, this time The Witcher 2 was refused a rating because sex was used as a reward, which apparently never happens in real life. Apparently the idea that sex would occur for more reasons than wanting to have a baby with the person you love and to whom you're married is too crazy for the Aussies. And it's even more ridiculous because it's a frickin' succubus! Having sex with people is kinda their thing. And the game was altered so that it could be sold there and made so that Geralt refused the offer automatically. Man, I thought Australia was so cool, but they just hate video games. Number 4. Dead Rising 3. Turns out Australia isn't the only country that hates video games. Germany has among the strictest rules when it comes to this form of entertainment. Brace yourselves for an attempt at speaking German. The German Federal Department for Media Harmful to Young Persons, or Bundesprüfstelle für jugendgefährdende Medien, decided that the zombies in Dead Rising look too much like people, and they're not okay with killing a bunch of people, so they banned it in Germany. Overcompensating much? Number 3. Grand Theft Auto 4. I mean, they've pretty much all been banned at some point, but I'll talk about the situation with 4 because it was so ridiculous. This is one of the only times where a video game could plausibly be blamed for real-world violence. A 19-year-old Thai man was arrested after killing a cab driver, claiming he was trying to rob the driver so he could get money to play more GTA at internet cafes. So the Thai government said, yeah, screw that game, and banned it. I think it's a pretty dumb reaction. This kid clearly would have done this for any number of reasons. Contrary to what Ice-T said, don't hate the game, hate the player. Number 2. CUSTER'S Revenge. Yeah, I'm not at all surprised that this game was banned. This game basically saw General Custer naked with a big ol' erection trying to get to a native woman also naked with a big ol' butt. It's pretty racist and a wee bit rapey while being a pretty lousy game in general. I don't even know if we can show clips. Normally we'd pixelate the sex stuff, but I'm not sure if it's possible to pixelate 8-bit games. But don't worry, you're really not missing anything. The weirdest thing is this controversy actually helped with sales, making it the best-selling game for the company. It was only banned in Oklahoma City. Number 1. Manhunt 2. This one has to be number 1. Not only was it banned all over the place and restricted in places it wasn't banned, but it's one of the most ban-worthy games I've seen. While generally I'm not in favor of banning games for violence, and if it were up to me, even this game probably wouldn't be banned, I can totally get why it would be. Because it is hella gruesome. You basically kill a bunch of people in a variety of creative and nasty ways. It's been banned in Australia and Germany, of course, but also New Zealand, Ireland, the UK, and a bunch of others. Yowza. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Gaming to see more videos. Are you subscribed but keep missing videos? Hit that bell icon so you'll be notified every time we upload a new one. Let me know in the comments if you think any of these bans were warranted. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergia with Top 10 Gaming. Later, gamers.